And you're live. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Maximum Fun Drive, a special Q&A with me and my distinguished guest, Dr. Sydnee McElroy. Hello, Dr. McElroy. Welcome to the stream.
And you're Justin McElroy. You didn't even say your name.
Well, Sydnee, I'm not the star here tonight. It's you.
No, you didn't tell me that. Is
Yeah.
that why you put the mic on me?
That's right, folks. Tomorrow is Sydnee's birthday,
Oh.
but you're getting all the presents. And the presents is her presents here for this exclusive Q&A.
Well, it's with you're acting like it's just with me. It's with both of us.
Well, we're in conversation. It's more of a TED Talk that you are doing for me.
This was supposed to be a film viewing. Would you like to explain?
Yes. So initially it was a film called Fast X. And that was it is an extremely long movie that we were going to stream and watch with you, as is our want. But one of our kids, we were driving home from rehearsal, and one of our kids started to spike a fever and get sick. So we put them to bed, but they could be up and down. And
we just thought this was safer. If one of us needs to jump away, that would be me. You know,
me. And she might demand me. You never know.
Usually with these things, I find, and this I'm saying this as a parent, not as a physician. I feel like you get them to bed and you think like, okay, well maybe this isn't going to be so bad, and then like an hour later they're wide awake again, and now it's worse. So hopefully it's not. We're also there's so much stuff going around, and also everybody's like congested and sniffly. So anyway, that's why we're doing this.
Yes. So we are also trying to raise awareness of Maximum Fun, the podcast network that we're a part of. This is the Max Fun Drive. For 2 weeks every year, we come to you and say, hey, if you like the stuff we make, please go to MaximumFun.org/join, and you can pledge to support shows like our show, Sawbones, or my shows, My Brother, Me, The Adventure Zone, Cities, other shows, Still Buffering. We have a lot of shows on this fabulous network, but we rely on you to support us. So if you could, for Sydnee's birthday tomorrow, please. I mean, donate now.
It feels like such a guilt. Like, don't guilt.
Yeah,
I don't want to guilt people.
It is. I do. MaximumFun.org/join. We're going to be taking your questions. We've got, by the way, if you can pledge $5 a month, you're going to get some fantastic bonus content, one of which is us playing a game called New York City Emergency Room. Is that what it is? And it's like a puzzle in a box type deal. Yeah,
well, it's kind of like a role-playing kind of situation. And I mean, the tension, like the thing is, are you going to save the life of the pretend patient, or are you going to kill somebody? Which is like a really intense, I mean, the stakes in this game could not be higher because you might kill someone.
Okay, so we've got some questions coming in. How did you two meet? We did theater together as kids. Our first show was
The Wizard of Oz. We would have been like 11 and 13,
something like that,
around ish. And I was Girl of Oz number 3. Obviously, you all know that character, the famous Girl of Oz number 3. I think featured in Wicked prominently as well, right? Definitely. Absolutely. And you were Lord Growly?
Yes, that was that character, that beloved character, Lord Growly. I played him. He was like the guy at the gate who like lets Dorothy and them in. Is she yelling?
I thought I heard something, but now I don't.
No. Okay.
I'll keep listening.
All right.
No, it is.
Daddy, here. Though. It was Daddy. Yeah, believe it or not.
We'll take turns. Yeah. So anyway, so that's how we met. We were doing children's theater, and it's funny because we became friends, and then we dated, like you do when you're in middle school. And we used to, we would call each other on our, landlines. For any younger people in the chat, this is obviously pre-cell phone, and we not only had landlines, we had like phones in our house that had cords, and I wasn't allowed to talk on the phone late at night. So we liked this show called Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which if you're of our generation, you probably remember. And it came on late at night when we couldn't hang out. So what we would do is we wanted to talk on the phone while we each watched Space Ghost at our respective houses. And I wasn't allowed to be on the phone that late. So I would call a number that used to exist for the time and temperature. You could call this number
304-529-5111.
And it would just tell you the time and temperature, and then just keep like over and over and over. And then Justin would call my house and beep in. And so then my parents never knew that I was secretly in my bedroom on the phone with my boyfriend while we watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which is why we have, hold on, there's these matching Space Ghost tattoos. So,
so that's a true.
Is she okay?
That's
Everything okay?
Stovetop Stuffing's light was on, and she couldn't get to sleep because we left Stovetop Stuffing's light on.
That's her fish. Her beta is named Stovetop Stuffing. She named it. Anyway, what other questions do we have? You're closer.
Yeah. Wait, I thought Justin.
Brack for me.
Brack.
I see Zorak or Brack. Brack all the way.
Brack. Oh, Brack.
Brack. Yeah, love Brack.
Let's see. Those tattoos are cute. Thank you. What's the time and temp now? I don't know. I don't know if the number might work.
I mean,
still, I don't know.
Well, but it's 9:06, and here currently it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we don't really need the number as much anymore.
No, it's on my watch.
Any other question? Yeah, it's a good fish name. I don't know why she picked it. She just went with Stovetop Stuffing. What beer are you sipping on? I'm enjoying this. This is my Juana Gosling's diet ginger beer. This is normally what I drink at night because I like the flavor.
Oh, people are asking what I'm drinking, and then I have to explain my Big Watery Boys.
All right, everybody.
And it is in a nice little beaker here.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to explain this? It sounded like you were about to.
Yep. Sid, no, go ahead with the Big Watery Boys.
I like whiskey and ginger ale, but I like a very weak drink. This is like, it's a James Bond thing, right? I like to always be on my toes.
Right. Okay, good.
So I like a very weak drink. So I like just a little bit of whiskey with a ton of ginger ale, and then I just sip at it for a long time. And so this is my Big Watery Boy.
Hey, Logan says they were happy to be able to rejoin for the first time in a few years. Thank you, Logan. That is so kind. Thank you. If you'd like to join our network and help support our shows getting made, go to MaximumFun.org/join. How do you feel about salmon? That's one of the only two fish that I kind of like. I think it tastes a little bit like sausage, but if there's any skin on it, absolutely not. Sydney?
I love salmon, but I like lots of fish, but I love salmon. And also bonus knowledge, our children love salmon, both of them. We can get them both to eat salmon. This is a new revelation, so it's very exciting.
Yeah.
New things. If anyone out there has kids, you know, when your kid likes a new thing that isn't candy, it's very exciting. It's like, this is a whole new dinner option. How tall are we?
That's none of your business.
I don't.
Thank you to stay.
What do we tell people? I think we both like gave ourselves an inch in height for a long time.
I said 5'7" forever, but I'm 5'6".
And I said 5. Well, I said 5'7", but I'm probably 5'5". We're almost the same height. We're both around 5'6".
What are your cats' names? This one. Where's Amelia's?
You can see a tail here.
That's Amelia.
This is Amelia. She's very shy, so you probably won't see more of her.
Olive was around here, wasn't she when the stream started?
Maybe we can get Olive to come back.
Yeah,
Olivia Dunham is her full name.
Yes,
Olive for sure.
Amelia
Pond.
We had CJ Craig, Amelia Pond, and Olivia Dunham. CJ passed from being like super happy for like 20 years and having the chillest life ever. But now we got Amelia and Olive. So Boris Karloff says, do you have any good book recommendations? Okay. Sid, we read a lot together. We talked about Piranesi before. We talked about a lot of the romantic-y stuff we read.
Well, that's what I read Circe recently, which was fantastic. If you haven't read that, I would highly recommend Circe. We started another romantic series, and I would not.
A West Virginian.
Yes. I would say that it is. What is this? The
flesh and fire.
Some of these romantic books.
A Blood and Ash. Sorry, no. Sorry, Blood and Ash was the other one that was the wrong franchise. That I bought the wrong.
The titles get kind of mushed in my head because it's
all
just
and fire novel.
They're similar, like they're and I don't know. We're both still reading them. They're getting progressively longer.
I'm done. No, I'm done after the third one. I got what I needed. Thank you.
And this is not knocking them. Like there's a lot of things they're just getting a lot longer, and
there's just a lot. They got a lot longer.
I also, man, this is going to make me not sound very cool, but I also find that I like these books to have a lot of like plot and character and action,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of the spicy stuff.
Yeah.
Not like when the balance tilts too far in the other direction, then I'm like, okay, could we go fight somebody now?
I also don't have much of a visual imagination, so I tend to just kind of skim those parts. Listen, I am reading a new book called The Lies of Locke Lamora, which is really good. It's about it's a fantasy book about a kid who is a thief, and he loves stealing so much that it starts to put his life at risk until he is taken in by a church of people that worship a god of thieves. So he's like it is like he's trying, and the thief religion tries to like bring balance to the other gods. It's beautifully written. It's so inventive. It's really good. I'm only like a third of the way into it, but it's really, really great. It's called The Lies of Locke Lamora. Okay. What is the best pavilion at Epcot? Gosh, I think it is really hard for us to beat Mexico.
I was going to say, are we talking best or favorite? I think for me, favorite is Mexico. And I don't know. I feel like I'm not the expert you are on Epcot to talk about best, but I always feel like it's so hot. It's not always hot, but it feels like most of the time I'm there, it's hot. And there's the ziggurat, and you can go inside, and it's nighttime, and it's cool. And the margaritas are great. And I love Three Caballeros. Sometimes we'll ride it like 3 times with the kids because why not? I don't know. It's just great. It's just great.
Yeah. If you have any great romantasy suggestions, I'd love to hear them. We're always looking for a good blend. Who is that? Is that Amelia?
Oh,
look, see?
Amelia, I know.
If you try to pet Amelia, look at
you have to like. Oh no! See, you're gonna make her.
No, not interested.
No, it was you, Dad. No joke. How many years before we could pet her?
Oh, I mean, it's really weird. It was like, I mean, seriously, like 7 years. And then she just randomly was like, "Oh, what's up?" And
I do like you. After all,
like you. You're actually pretty cool.
But you have to be real gentle. Like I have to slowly approach her.
Yeah. MaxFunDrive.org/join is the address to go to. Thank you.
Everything's moving so fast.
Yeah, there's a lot of chat. That's okay. I can't see the pinned comments. So, Sarah, you dropping them in? Here's some. Okay. Have you watched the show Taskmaster?
We love the show Taskmaster. We love that show. Yes.
Many seasons of it. We got our kids to watch the junior version. It's really good. We did a Taskmaster thing at New Year's where we had the Taskmaster Christmas crackers, and we like went around the room and did them like with our friends.
It gives you tasks. It's a lot of fun. It's a great show if you haven't watched it.
Yeah. What TV shows are you watching right now? Oh my gosh. We've actually been talking. We've got like a lot of things.
We have too many.
Too many right now.
It's good to have like a wide range of like heavier and lighter.
Yeah.
Severance is great. We're watching Severance, White Lotus.
Yeah.
And then on the lighter end, I'd say that those are the 2 main shows we're watching together on the heavier end. And then on the lighter end, we're watching
Love is Blind.
Shark Tank.
What was the other one we
Traitors.
watched?
Traitors. I love Traitors.
What was the other one that we watched? We watched a trailer for Temptation Island. We might dip in there. I don't know.
I'm watching The Pit.
Yes, it's
by myself, but Justin is not watching that with me, and that's fantastic. And then obviously Dr. Odyssey, of course. Dr. Odyssey.
My favorite donut flavor is Cruller, as long as it's the Cruller at Jolly Pirate Donut. Or there's one at a place called Daily Provisions. They do a cooler that's absolutely unreal.
I really like a good old like cinnamon and sugar donut, or even just like an old fashioned. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the buttermilk old fashioned one that they do at Jolly Pirate. That's a good one.
Isaac asked, "Are you directing any musicals right now?" We literally came from rehearsal just now. Our first blocking rehearsal, actually.
We're directing The Prom, which you may have seen. They did a Netflix movie adaptation with like a lot of celebrities in it, right? Like Meryl Streep's in it, and Nicole Kidman's in it, and it's really the Netflix movie is pretty darn close to the script of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, like it And so we're very excited. We're going to be doing that at the Ritter Park Amphitheater here in Huntington this summer.
Come on out. People, we've had listeners come to every show we've done. It's really fun. People come out year, but Bob has come both years. We've had people bring friends and come back year after year. We're
doing the prom, and then actually my parents direct a show every summer too. They're doing Mary Poppins, and Charlie is going to be Jane. And then there's a kids pre-show with a bunch of Broadway tunes.
Yep.
Disney shows. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun.
Let's see. Would either of you consider going on Taskmaster if the opportunity arose? I mean, yeah, obviously. I actually think
I'd be too stressed.
I would find it a very stressful environment. I don't think I would work well like that, because the way on Taskmaster, you have to sort of like self-regulate your own rhythms and your own like pattern. I would not do well with, because if I keep talking without being interrupted, I lose.
Okay. I would just want to do the best at the task, and I think that the key to it is also trying to be like to just do the funny thing, and I would lose track of that. Justin,
I would also want to do it too well. I would not want to be entertaining. I would just want it to be.
Would you like to answer what cryptid would you most like to meet? I'm curious.
I don't want to meet any cryptids. They're killers. No. I don't know.
They're not. Mothman is not it was not Mothman's fault.
Yeah.
He was a harbinger of doom. I would say
the only one I could reasonably meet is Mothman. And that I would say what?
Braxy the Flatwoods Monster. That's my pick. I would love to meet Braxy. She was probably an owl, but maybe not. There's a lot of cryptids in West Virginia. Not Bigfoot, though. There are people who try to take credit for Bigfoot here. That's not us. We got lots of them, but like, I think, up in the Pacific Northwest, you guys get Bigfoot, right? Like, I don't think we get Bigfoot.
Any shows on Broadway you'd love to see right now? I would love to see that Cole Sprouse show once Titus Burgess is on.
Yes.
I don't know if he's taken over yet, but that looks really good. The Mary Todd Lincoln one. That looks really funny. Is there anything else I'm trying to think that I've... the stuff they're doing in
her.
Yeah, the Death Becomes Her.
I've always been obsessed with that movie, so I'm really interested to see
There's
what
stuff they're doing in the Sunset Boulevard show. Looks really cool from a technical perspective. I don't love that music, but it looks like it's like a really... Sorry, I said Cole Sprouse. I meant Cola Scola. Apologies. Or did I? Yes. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Apologies. Yes. It's been a long day. Sorry.
What game show do you think you could dominate any game show?
Could I? What?
Lillian, you give us too much credit asking what game show do you think we could dominate. I don't know if I could dominate any. What I always said is that if I was going on a show, first of all, we love Survivor. I know I wouldn't win. I would love to go on it, but I would not win. I know that about myself. I always said that my father and I would be a great team on The Amazing Race, because we're both the sort of travelers who are like, buckle up. We're not stopping to pee. We're not stopping for food. We're getting to our destination. We're going to make the best time possible. We're going to win the interstate by passing every car we come to. I feel like it would just be like relentless, tenacious energy to win.
Yeah. I think I if I'm being honest, I think I would do pretty good on Family Feud. I've watched a lot of The Feud.
Oh, you would be good at that.
I feel like I got my finger on the pulse of people. I feel like I do good on The Feud. The other one, I feel like, and maybe everybody thinks this, but I think I could win the floor. I'm faster than anybody on the floor. You
are pretty fast.
Faster than anybody, and I think I could win the entire show. Rob Lowe, if you're out there, let me on the floor, baby. I'll take the whole thing. Doesn't matter the topic. I'll win it. No problem.
I know I couldn't. I'd get flustered. I don't like being timed like that.
Yeah. Please come to Toronto. There's a Canadian Tire in the Eaton Center. There's a Boston Pizza all over. Listen, we have talked many times. We'd love to go to Canadian Tire. We'd love to eat at Boston Pizza. That's one of Sydnee's lifelong dreams. Is both of ours.
We both talk a lot about how much we want to eat at Boston Pizza. We heard about it a lot from Dragon's Den.
To go to Loblaws? Imagine, hun, going to Loblaws.
I don't know what's at Loblaws, but it's called Loblaws.
Loblaws? We could
go to Loblaws. We could go to Loblaws and eat a Boston Pizza.
What is one toy from your childhood that you would play with today? Oh man.
Does a karaoke machine count?
I mean, there's no rules.
I don't know. I just remember I used to have one of those, the old karaoke machines with like cassette tapes and like the corded microphone in it. And it was my favorite thing for so long. It was
Yeah.
my favorite. I used to just karaoke to Black Velvet at the top of my lungs in my room.
I always really liked transforming Transformers. I always find that I had a hot rod that I used to like transform a lot from the movie, I think. Can we please star on a hit sitcom? Well, that sounds good. Good idea.
Sure.
As far so McKenna asked favorite Chapel Roan song, Sydney.
Casual.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? I really, 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 really like Hot to Go, but I just think it got overexposed for me. Like I think that one, and it took a long time. It took a really long time, but eventually I was like, okay, I've heard it enough times. I've heard it enough. I think King Oyster Club is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, I feel like you and I have different opinions on how long is it okay to have a hole in your sock before you throw them away.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I have this problem. I feel like as long as most of the sock is still intact,
yes.
Like when the balance shifts and it is mostly whole,
right.
Then the sock will be thrown away.
Right.
I don't know why I'm like that about socks. I don't buy like expensive fancy socks that I would need to preserve. Like
bombs. I mean,
well, those and then any other socks I have. If I see like sometimes at Spirit Halloween, they sell like a pack of Halloween themed socks. You know,
honey, those
that's where I got my like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Those aren't meant for like daily
socks.
use. I don't think. I don't feel like those have the. I don't feel like they're like. There's not orthopedic. There's no support there. There's no.
I wear them. I wear them all the
action.
time.
What's the best pasta shape?
The the waterfall ones.
Cascatelli. I agree. We both agree. Cascatelli.
I love that. Now, if I'm going like just really straightforward, simple, I'm making something quick. I love it. Just an angel hair. Just an angel hair will make my day. But yeah, the Cascatelli.
Sydney, Mary Jane Rogers says, any new hobbies you're interested in?
Oh, I don't know if I've gotten into any new lately. My gardening is about to start back up. It's not new. It's just like the time of year. Like I have all my little seeds started. My herbs are bursting out of my little arrow garden. And I've turned on my soil, but it's been cold. It's still been cold here. So like, I don't know. It's not new, but gardening. What about you?
You know, the usual. Been installing different distros of Linux. What's wrong?
No. Go for it. I knew this was coming. I'm excited.
I didn't want to.
I'm excited. No, I'm excited for you to talk about it.
You are already bored. No, I'm not doing anything now.
Tell everybody about your computing.
No, next.
Justin has filled our house with Raspberry Pis, not the ones you eat. Okay.
I'm doing like, you want to see my DAC? Well, I can't show you my DAC board, but I got a DAC board over here because it's got a QR code for my Wi-Fi. But I still have a DAC board there. That'd be crazy. You hack right in. Just easy hack right in.
You couldn't remotely get on our Wi-Fi though, right? No, that wouldn't work.
Do you really want to test the internet, these maniacs? Absolutely not. So I've been messing around with this stuff and Raspberry Pis and stuff, and just messing around with computing, trying to understand computing a little bit, just as I'll learn a little bit of Python. I'm trying to get my Python certifications and stuff.
Somebody asked my favorite, what I like to grow in my garden.
Oh yeah,
I thought I would share that the first thing I started growing a ton of was delicata squash or winter squash, because Justin, we both liked it, but Justin just became obsessed with it, and you can't buy it anywhere around here. There's nowhere locally. Like we have to drive to Cincinnati
Jungle Gyms, I think it's closest,
to get delicata squash. So
we don't do that. Like we would have to, is what Sydney means. Not we do.
Well, for a while when people would go to Cincinnati, we would say like, hey, as long as you're there, can you grab us a few delicata squash? Yeah. So we started growing them. So now I still actually have a few winter squash left, delicata left from last summer, if you can believe it, that are still good in my squash. I have a bread box that I now call my squash box.
Nathan Johnson says, "What's Sydnee's favorite Linux distro?"
I don't know what that
Sydnee
means.
is an enterprise client. She's a small business, so she prefers Linux Mint. I don't know, man. I don't think she's got a favorite one.
I don't know what it means. I'm sorry.
So I'm currently using Kubuntu. If you are curious, I was using it just because I like the Snap Store.
What property would I adapt for the stage if I could? Well, I'll tell you, Grease 2.
Yeah.
The movie Grease 2. I've thought about it. I don't know how to do that, but I've thought about trying to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta.
A few people asked about best albums or albums we've been listening to a lot. I want to recommend Boys Go to Jupiter's album, Meet Me After Practice. If you haven't listened to that album yet, just start at the beginning. It's got a bunch of good songs on it. Virginia's is the best song released last year. And I think Meet Me After Practice is going to be the best album of the year. If it's not, it's going to be a very good year for music. Indeed, at least for my own personal taste, because it's all extremely subjective, obviously.
We have been, not an album, but we have been checking out all of the Eurovision entries
as
they're coming out.
We got some good ones. Have you ever...
The Milkshake Man is big in our house right now.
Milkshake Man is huge in the McElroy household.
Yeah.
Milkshake Man's really good. What's the other... there was one... Poison Cake is not bad. There's a lot of... there's like 3 different confectionery. There's there
are 3 different ones.
It's the coffee one, like caramel macchiato or something.
Espresso
macchiato.
Is that what, yes.
Macchiato. Yeah. There's a lot of really. Yeah, Eurovision is my Super Bowl. It's a big event over here. Nathan, we have all of our disparate friend groups over for that event just because it is.
This is the other cat on me now.
Who's this?
Olive. She's trying to eat my bracelet. No, don't eat my bracelet.
Olive is the
bracelet.
pits.
No. I love her. She rides around on my shoulders, even though she's much too big.
Oh man, she messed you up today, though.
She did. She climbs me sometimes, and she's a cat. She doesn't understand when it stops being shirt and starts being skin sometimes. So I have a little hole in the back of my neck, but it's fine.
What's Sydnee's favorite cereal?
Cap'n Crunch. Always has been. I tend to find something I like and then just never change. I kept the same radio alarm clock for, it was since middle school.
I had to buy a radio alarm clock from, I think it was like late 80s, early 90s, because her original model died. I couldn't find a black one. There's a blue one that is the same model, but it is.
I'd had it since like 6th grade.
Yeah. It's wild. What's your favorite milk?
Mine?
Yep.
Milk? I never was a big milk drinker, and so I didn't get as into all the milk alternatives, you know. I guess when I asked for a milk, for a while I was really into oat, but I would say lately I'm moving back into the nut milks. You know?
Yeah.
An almond, or even like fancy like a cashew. Like the nut milks.
I'm a fan of the cat. Honestly, I do like Cap'n Crunch, but regular vanilla Cap'n Crunch is not my favorite. You guys do so much. How do you all stay so organized and productive? We just let something slip every day. Just every day you gotta decide something doesn't matter. Just let it go.
Well, I mean, Justin made
phone it in
this calendar on our wall. The
DAG board.
Yeah, and that helps. I mean, it does, because I can see everything right there. We share a calendar, and we constantly know what each other are doing at all times. I would say we communicate constantly about everything, not just reminding each other, but just, I think, keeping our lives on track, because everything's shared. I mean,
yeah,
and then I don't know. I think part of it for me, and you might not feel the same, is that my brain works better when it's doing multiple things at once. So my life is actually easier if I feel like I'm engaged with a bunch of stuff at the same time. when I have to focus entirely on one thing and I don't have other stuff, that's actually much more difficult for me. So
yeah. What's your most favorite Halloween costume you've ever done?
well, I mean, I was about to say our Good Omens. I know.
So,
Yeah.
Our Twin Peaks ones were really fun.
We did,
It
yeah.
was fun.
I was Audrey.
I was the arm. It's great.
I did. I liked when we were Wayne and Garth. That was good. That was way back in the day. You were Wayne and I was Garth.
Sarah has both asked and answered a question here. Favorite lesser known musical film, not counting Grease 2. What should the people see that they may never have heard of? And then Sarah has just gone ahead and answered in chat the Apple next question.
The Apple.
Yeah.
The Apple.
If you haven't seen the Apple, I wish we could like play. Obviously, we're not going to get demonetized, but it's a movie musical. I think your best bet is probably going to be to buy it on DVD. I actually think there's a Riff Tracks version that you can download. I think Riff Tracks is a version of it, but Amanda, you must watch the Apple. It's basically the most fun you can have.
It's so good.
I'll let you into my Plex. You can come. You can watch the Apple.
It actually, and some of the songs are actually.
It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi for free. How about that? To be continued right after this.
I would say, by the way, as long as we're talking about lesser known musical films, yes, the Apple. Also, Shock Treatment.
Shock Treatment.
The sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show that was pretty widely panned.
Did you know?
I think, but is I think also excellent.
Did you know there's a sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show that has Brad and Janet in it and is set in Denton?
Not the same actors for Brad and Janet.
Actors for Brad and Janet. It is a literal sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show called Shock Treatment. Richard O'Brien wrote the songs. It's pretty wild.
It's actually really good. Again, I really.
Ooh, Shock Treatment. Okay. Favorite West Virginia slang / word / phrase.
Oh man, there's a lot I can't say.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
don't know if this is West Virginia or some of these are probably just like Appalachian or folk idioms or whatever. But ones that like I know my parents used a lot and people around me used a lot is stuff like God willing and the creek don't rise or finding the frog's hair split 4 ways and sanded down. I always like that one. I like y'all a lot because I feel like it fills a gap in the English language that we don't really have otherwise. I'm
gonna censor this one.
Mad Melzy said, "I love singing to my blender." Yes, shock me.
My mama used to say, and I'm going to censor it.
Okay.
I wouldn't. The original saying was, "I wouldn't pee down his throat if his guts were on fire," except not pee. And then she switched it around to, "I wouldn't pee up his butt if his guts were on fire."
I wouldn't pee up his butt if his guts were on fire.
And that became a standard saying in our family. Obviously not with the words pee and butt, which I only realized as I got older wasn't something everyone said. Well, that's a weird one. That, and then these all come from my mama. She used to say, "Oh, he looked like death sucking on a cracker."
That's a good one.
I don't know what that. I don't know why, but again, these are things. Isn't that funny how those things?
When my mama Lou hated somebody, she used to say that she wishes they'd poop and fall back in it. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, we'll leave with those.
Yeah, those are really good ones.
Yeah.
Those are good. That dog won't hunt. That's good. Well, that's not. I don't think that's as much of like a West Virginia. You don't hear that one.
No, I don't think so.
Favorite chain restaurant.
Oh,
I would say, Sid. Usually, we end up agreeing on like Wendy's or Subway. Just
yes,
it's like. I don't know.
Oh, I was thinking of like sit down.
That's fast casual. But yeah, I mean fast casual. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I won't turn my nose up at an Applebee's.
Yeah.
Like for a while here in Huntington, it didn't get much better than an Applebee's. We have other options now, but like local places, but there weren't a lot of local great places back in the day. And so,
Ruby Tuesdays used to be a bit of cheeky fun, but now I feel like it's pretty grody.
Listen, TGI Fridays isn't bad.
Yeah.
I'll eat at a PF Chang's. I don't know. I don't have.
Most chains are still a novelty to us. So, like, if we see a PF Chang's or like a Cheesecake Factory, we're usually like, all right.
Oh, a Cheesecake Factory.
Cool,
Anytime. See, listen, Chili's or Applebee's is a tough choice here because locally, I would say that our Applebee's is better than our Chili's locally. Yeah. Generally speaking, I can see Chili's being better, but
to be clear,
just our local Applebee's to Chili's, it's going to be Applebee's.
We have many better options.
Yes.
They're just local restaurants that we prefer to go to, right? But like the questions about chains that would be more recognizable, that the options here, as far as that goes, are less than great.
Yeah.
Clear.
The chicken wonton tacos are so good.
Pizza wise, we're fixed here. Got Backyard, got Luna. Pizza is newer. It's quite good.
You haven't even had Luigi's yet.
Well, I had the one on Route 60, but I didn't have the new one that moved in where Crispy's used to be. You got that, man. Black Sheep cover over all of them. Sorry, Joseph Whitaker, but the Black Sheep in Huntington, West Virginia has closed.
Yeah.
The one in Charleston is still open, but the one in Huntington has closed.
That was such a bummer. You know, it's tough. What episode of MASH will you watch every time you catch it on TV? It is hard for me to say one I won't keep watching. I don't know if I got to think about that because I really like if MASH is on, generally speaking, even the sad ones, I'll keep watching. I never turn MASH. It's truly like the most comforting show I can watch.
Do you have a favorite kid? Yes.
No, we don't.
I'm watching this while eating a Firehouse sub. Scoberg, was there a mural on the wall at the Firehouse or did you get it delivered? Either way. Is Jolly Pirate Donut still open? Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. I would never let that close.
Whatever happened to the Target that fell off a cliff? Well,
good news.
Good news. They just sort of, I think they cut off the part, like they got rid of that part that was falling off the cliff. Just let it, like, I don't think they let it fall.
They pushed it the rest of the way, maybe.
And then they sealed up the back and opened that sucker back up. And they made it a better Target with like more groceries in it. Like it has like cold foods now.
You're asking what's on the wall behind Justin. Do you mean this way or this way? To the left? This?
Is it the shadow of the tree? I think the shadow of the tree is doing a weird thing.
Okay, well, I'll show you. This is our from fastgrowingtrees.com to speak of a sponsor here. This is our little fiddle leaf fern here.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some of you know, because I'm not very familiar with this tree. I just met him. But do their leaves start to like, do they start looking less scared? It looks startled. It looks like it got freaked out when we brought it in the house and it went, ah, and all the leaves are going straight up. And I keep thinking like, it'll relax. It'll get used to us.
Now they're asking about a sticker. Oh.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Okay, there is a sticker on the wall. That's not a decorative sticker as much as...
No, it's not a sticker. No, why would it be a stick? Why would it be a sticker? It's not a sticker. It's a pin.
It was stuck in the
wall.
Which one of our... Why did our child...
It's a pin stuck in the wall.
Well...
Absolutely. I mean, like, you know what's... In what world?
I don't know.
In what world?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why they would do that.
What's that behind Justin? It's a reminder.
She just shoved it in the wall.
Just shoved it in the wall.
I say she because it was Charlie or Cooper, but we know who it was.
It was Cooper.
We know it was Cooper. That's a Cooper move all over.
John asks, "Is Nawab still open?" Yes,
Oh.
John. Huntington's best restaurant, Nawab, is
We
still
ate there
open.
night before last.
Y'all, I don't
It's
recommend it to
delicious.
people as much because there's lots of great Indian food all over this great country, but the best restaurant in Huntington is Nawab. It is fantastic.
It's
They got a lunch.
hard to
They got a lunch buffet.
sometimes it's hard to
Amazing.
convince people because in Huntington we have one place where you can get Indian food, and that's Nawab. And so when I say it's delicious, it's like sometimes it's hard to convince people. Like, well, but you don't know. I mean, it's only the only place with Indian food,
Sorry,
but it's delicious. It's great.
Lauren said that pin was part of your wall. Part of your wall. That's good. That's good, Lauren. That's a good one.
Oh man.
What do you?
What?
What is your problem?
Well, Amelia tried to get close to me, and Olive fought her away.
Oh, okay.
And now she's just sort of sprawled out next to me. This cat sleeps next to me in bed under the covers with her head on the pillow next to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't know she's a cat. That's no. Okay.
We don't have a favorite cat. Well, she does. It's Olive. And
no, I love them both. Olive just needs more affection.
Yeah, Olive's really needy. Olive, tell him about a couple nights ago when we had been gone for a while out of town, and she got like under the covers with Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous.
That's what I was saying. She sleeps under the covers with her head on the pillow. Like I'll wake up and I open my eyes and I'm like nose to nose, and she's just looking at me.
Yeah. Favorite co-op games. Sid and I do. We've done like Rise of the Golden Idol and Curse of the Golden Idol is the one that we played most recently. And then
the Family Tree game. What's that game? The
Root Trees Are Dead.
Yeah.
Gotta pick that back up. But we do a lot of those. Like we did Box 2 recently. That Neil Patrick Harris. That and Box 1. Those aren't like video games, but they're sort of like similar idea, like a co-op gaming experience.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Favorite. I was gonna say, have you played Split Fiction? Yeah, we talked about it on a Besties episode. I think a few back. What is the other thing in the wall?
That's the speaker.
It's like a
speaker, and there's a light switch. Oh, and then that's the thing above it.
It's a thermostat.
That's the thermostat.
Yeah. I don't know about the thermostat. I might switch it because I've been trying to get everything out of the cloud as much as possible. So I recently installed a thread network into my Home Assistant to try to set up a Matter implementation because I've got a bunch of bulbs that are already on the a hub, a Philips hub. So I'm trying to set up a remove the cloud from the network. So I don't know about the thermostat. I might switch to something that's a little less smart. I don't know. What's your favorite Stephen King novel? Sydney.
The Stand.
Justin.
The Stand's one of my favorite of all time.
The Stand is really good. I would probably say The Stand too, if that's allowed. It's quite good.
My favorite infectious disease. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, it's hard. Can I preface with I don't want to make any infectious disease sound like fun or cool, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to sound like, oh, this is fun when it's something that makes people sick or could kill people, right? But in that realm, I mean, the reason that I am a physician now is because I used to be really obsessed with hemorrhagic fevers, specifically Ebola. And I'm not saying that's my favorite, but that is why I'm a doctor. I read books about hemorrhagic fevers and I became obsessed with them, and virology initially. And I wanted to do more bench research. And then I decided, no, I want to be a doctor. And anyway, now I'm a family doctor, but I do manage a lot of infectious disease. I do a lot of HIV and hepatitis C management.
I want to
So-
go back. I had a brain fart that Evan in chat has helped me with. Wizard and Glass, obviously, is the best Stephen King. I'm gonna go. Somebody has to see my Linux laptop. I'm gonna go grab it.
Well, I'll talk about favorite all-time comfort movie. My favorite movie of all time is The Princess Bride, and I feel like when it comes to like comfort movies, that's probably, I don't know how I would beat that. It's, it's a happy ending and it's fun and funny. I really do love It's a Wonderful Life, not just at Christmas time. I do watch it every Christmas time, but I don't know. It makes me cry every time, and it makes me hopeful for the world. And so I'll watch that not at Christmas. Several people have asked about my necklaces, and since Justin's still gone, well, he's coming back now. I thought it was a good moment. This one is a compass. You can kind of, whoa, don't fall.
Come on.
You can kind of see there. Taylor gave it to me, my brother, and for helping people find their way. And then this one is a little, oh man, should I don't know if I should take it off or.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
You can see I was just talking about The Princess Bride. It's a little copy of Princess Bride. Then you open it up, and Charlie and Cooper. And then this is some onyx beads.
Okay, so I was asked to show my Linux laptop. I have added many more stickers because I asked Cooper to help me. So, all right, if you're ready, if you think you can handle it. Now, Sydnee.
Yeah.
You may notice the center one is really, that's the one
Jesus Loves Linux, and the penguin is holding a cross.
Yeah, the penguin is holding a cross. There's another sticker that was a reference to having to install a sex life that Cooper said she would not be putting on a laptop. But other than that, she was pretty, she's pretty excited to cover it in Linux and learn about this great penguin. But there is. You were asked to see. And I do take this in public because I think it's so funny to explain to people that I do not truly understand what most of it means. Justin, is that a Space Ghost tattoo? Yes, Jared. If you rewind to earlier in the stream, you'll hear the thrilling story.
We both have it.
What distro? Currently Kubuntu.
The perfect house temp. Well, we have different answers for that.
Well, what time is it? When is it?
I'm
during the day. 74.
80.
At night, 70.
84. I'm always cold.
74 to 70. That's it.
I'm always cold, more than 74, and I always want it warmer. I would like if it was so warm that I could sleep with no blankets. Anyway, we find a way to live together and love each other anyway.
Amazing.
I know. I mean, we don't turn it up to 80. Let me clarify. I just put on. That's why I'm currently wearing 2 shirts and I sleep under 2 or 3 blankets.
Yeah.
I understand this is my problem. This is a me problem.
Yes. I need it to be both hot and cold. I need it to be cold outside and then bundled up so I'm warm. And the chat is great because everyone is just shouting different numbers.
I know.
It's
no, I think a lot of people are like, what is wrong with Sydnee that she likes 80-degree weather? I think that, and I understand. I know. No, I'm not, let me say I'm not advocating for this. Do you have a favorite beach? Oh man, I just love the beach. I like any beach.
Beach is great. I just love, my favorite beach is the beach that I can see from inside, having recently left the beach to not be on the beach anymore. That's my favorite beach.
Because we live in West Virginia, we've definitely been to Myrtle because that's a requirement. If you live in West Virginia, you go to Myrtle Beach at least once. And then we kind of just have gone all up and down the coast there to different beaches. And I can't say I have disliked any. I mean,
yeah, beaches are good.
I love beach. I love to beach.
Amanda asked about tattoo care because she just got one. We used this time because our friend Jordan over at Golden Needle suggested just
Golden Dagger.
Golden Dagger, thank you, Uncle Neil. I suggested A&D, the diaper rash ointment normally, and it worked really, really good. It was a good berry. Like we got this. When did we get these? How long ago?
I got this one. Yeah.
Like
3
3
weeks, 3 or 4
weeks
no,
ago?
almost a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has us put Sanoderm on them for the first like 24 hours and then take that off and put a new piece on, like wash it and put a new piece on for like 48 hours. Honestly, it works really well in A&D. If you had to pick a different career, what would you do?
Oh God. Something like completely non-public facing. Like it would be like crafting something with my hands, maybe like woodworking or like building things or that kind of thing. Probably. I also like programming. I might just like learn to do that and then do that as a career. Seems like a promising field.
I got into academic medicine from the beginning, and I immediately loved teaching. And I don't get to do that as much anymore. And I think that if I hadn't gone into medicine, I would have wanted to be a teacher. I love teaching.
My tattoo says "Fix your hearts or die." It's from Twin Peaks. Sid's tattoo says the same thing. It's just on a different part of her body.
In a different font.
In a different font. Show them.
Oh, well, I thought I.
Yeah. Did you? Was I out of the room?
No, well, I was doing it while you were lifting your leg up. So there it is.
Right.
There it is. Yeah, I don't know if you're. Mine's in Courier.
Mine is in a font that's based on Lynch's handwriting called Lynchpin, which I thought was so cute. Thank you. Let's see if there's any. We're gonna wrap up. Let's take a couple more. Tell us the truth, please. How long was that hike you went on with your brothers? Amanda, it was like 3 hours, right? Like in my head, it feels like it was like 3 hours. Is that right, Amanda? It's like 3 hours. Hey, Amanda, 2.5, right? Yes. Okay, Amanda agrees. 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, we feel really good about that. It's like 2.5, 3 hours. It was exhausting. It was a real hike. I was real tired. Actually tired. It was fun though. Do any of y'all play instruments? I
wish I did.
I play guitar some. I'm not very good, but I mean, I've played for a long time, but I've just never gotten any better.
I keep trying to learn how to play the piano and then learning basic skills and then not working at it for like a year. So that's Charlie plays the clarinet.
Yeah.
So Cooper writes songs on the piano all the time. She's not had any lessons.
Yeah.
But she seems very interested in it. So
I keep telling her to stop it and focus on her studies.
No, we don't. I keep trying to get her to take piano lessons, but she doesn't want to. So I'm trying to just like follow her lead. When does she want? I don't know.
All right. I think that's gonna do it for us here on this stream. We have to go find Tony dinner yet. So we came straight from our rehearsal. Is your shirt David Bowie and Fire Walk With Me? Yes, it is. It's David and Kyle. It's just three dudes hanging out. Do chord progression piano lessons. There you go, Sid.
I know. We really need to.
9,898. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
For supporting this network. If you go to MaximumFun.org/join, if you like what we do, if you like the stuff we make, and you want to allow us to keep making it, that's how the sausage gets made. That's it, Sydney.
And thank you all for hanging in there with us when we switched it up a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say kids are unpredictable, but we're all unpredictable. Life is unpredictable.
Yeah. Tomorrow,
you just gotta adapt.
Oh, this is fun. Tomorrow at noon, we're gonna be playing Star Road. 6 Thumbs, 1 Heart. Me and my brothers are gonna. Oh man, it's gonna be so hard. Oh, I forgot we're doing that. It's gonna be fun. Okay. I love you so much, everybody who supports us and makes this possible. I always think it's so fun when we get to do this.
I know. I love to. We should do this more often. I always enjoy it. I always look forward to it.
All right.
And thank you all for being, for listening to what we do, watching what we do, being a member, being a part of the network. If you are, participating in the drive, if you are, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon. that's going to do it for us. So thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
Supported directly by you.